Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 10 of Europa Universalis IV as England. We are just about to declare war on France. I'm just going to recall my diplomat from Portugal so that we can get this done. We do have a spare leader, so I'm going to assign it to this other little army here, although he's not much of a leader. I think they'd be probably slightly better off if they had a traffic cone leading them in battle, but we'll see what goes on there. Now, the French do have a lot of units, a lot of troops. They have a lot of manpower as well. They've got a lot more manpower than I have, but they are currently busy in another war. With Castile's help, we might just pull this off. So let's go ahead. We're going to declare war for taking the capital, Paris. Venice and Savoy will come in. Castile is the only ally that will come in on my side. Let's just check that and make sure that that's how it is. Castile hasn't come in yet. We don't know whether or not they're going to honour the call. You guys get in there. You guys get in there. You better honour this call, Castile. Castile have honoured the call. Fantastic. So, obviously, we've also got Savoyan units around as well, which are a little bit of a pain. Hopefully, Castile are actually going to do something and not just sit on their hands. So, these guys are going to attempt to siege out Paris. These guys are going to move around from province to province around Paris and try and siege them out, hopefully, quickly. We only need 32% war score to take Paris, and you do need to have a fort in the area for it to count. Now, obviously, Paris itself is a fort. Now, as long as we've got somebody sitting in Paris, we can safely grab all these without them flipping back over. So, we're going to go around and do that. Why is my land movement blocked? So what you're basically telling me is I've got to move you through Paris and then back out of the other side, giving massive attrition to my men so that I can move into... Right, you're not going to let me move in there at all. Fine. Okay. Whatever. Whatever's game. So we are going to be a little bit limited on what provinces we can siege out. This is going to be costly for us, and I just know that we're going to get a massive French army coming our way. So, with a relevance to how expensive this is going to be, I'm just going to build an absolute ton of mercenaries. Because when the French army comes, even if it's costing me like 100 ducats a month, when the French army comes up here to be a pain, I love your effort there, Connor. That's probably not going to help you. You should probably be supportive. And I'm going to allow you to attach to this army, because being down there is a little bit silly. I want to make sure that when the French army comes up here to destroy me, that I just have a huge number of mercenaries around. I know it's going to pretty much bankrupt me, but it's not as much as it's going to be painful when things stop. When the French come here and remove all my manpower. Again, you see, look, I mean, okay, that's massive numbers. It's 30 versus 6, but I mean, even when we've seen even numbers, the French army just destroys anybody else. Right, we can move into Maine, kind of by going the long way around. Although I've got a feeling that's going to make that unsiege, because this is the fort controlling it. Or maybe because you're sieging out France and France is the fort controlling it. Maybe fine, and we are moving straight into there, so maybe we're okay. Let's go ahead and move you guys in there. We are still making money. There's a few French units moving. Bringing some more units in, that's fine. But we really want to win this. Some big stack. Right, okay, if Castile can go ahead and wipe that stack out, that's definitely one less thing for me to be concerned about. So we're going to get Maine. We're going to try and get Anjou as well. Come on, guys, you've got to hurry up with that. You've got to do it more quickly. Connaught are bringing in like one man at a time. It's taking a while, but they will get there eventually. There we go. We've got another siege there. Now, what I'm going to do is, well, we're going to instantly go and take that fight and get a free kill on a French unit. Now, Berry has a fort, does it not? No, it doesn't. So let us go ahead and select this army. And we are going to we'll grab a couple of the mercenaries and select this unit. You can't move into Orléans. That is really annoying. Okay, we'll stay there for now. It looks like Castile actually won that encounter because I've just seen the Savoyan army walking back to Savoy, which is fantastic. Where are you going, Connaught? That seems, whatever you're doing, it seems really stupid. Castile are most likely going to, I don't know, actually. Yeah, Castile are losing that fight. I wish you could, when it's your ally. Actually, why aren't Castile showing as my ally? No, Castile is still in this. They're not showing as my ally, but they are still in this. It's just it's the wrong colour. I think maybe because that's a different war, because the Aragonese troops are in there and everything. But I wish that you could actually click on a fight, and you're going to go and throw in on there, are you? I wish you could click on a battle that you can see, just so you could see how well it was going. It's going to take ages getting these forts down. We're well over our force limit, but we're still going to carry on getting mercenaries wherever we can. I guess we could have tried to get some military access from somewhere. I mean, obviously Burgundy aren't going to give us any military access, so I don't suppose there's any point whatsoever in asking. But we might have been able to try and got some units around and siege some of these provinces from the other side. I think the important thing here is that we actually just try and get Paris. If we can get Paris, that's going to make all the difference. I think we've already established that we can't actually get in there, haven't we? Which makes it a little bit tricky for us. That is a little bit of a pain. I know I'm playing on a slow speed here, but I want to be careful because it could get ugly really, really quick. And I'm trying to blitz them here. I'm just trying to sort of siege these things down before the French have a chance to sort of come back and react. Now, hopefully, if I take Anjou and leave it, it shouldn't flip back over. I mean, Poitou is a neighbouring province with a fort. And this is a question that has been asked because if you have a province with a fort and you leave that province unattended... recall diplomat. You are bringing a force my way and I don't like that. If you have a province with a fort... sorry, if you have a province... If you siege a province that's next to a fort and then you leave that province unattended without sieging the fort, then the province will flip back to the fort's controller. Or to the nation's controller. So, if you have two adjacent provinces with a fort, what happens if you leave one? Does the other fort flip it back over? Because if that was the case, and you built a fort in every single province, you could just cause like a massive chain reaction. So, I'm going to move you guys down to Maine. I know that's not exactly constructive, but I don't like this Savoyan army there. Although I think they're actually going back down to reinforce this fight. No, they're kind of just moving units around for shits and giggles. I don't want to break any of my sieges because sieges are where the war score is going to come from, especially grabbing Paris. That is the most important thing here. Grab the war goal as quickly as possible. Castile did lose that fight. It's hardly surprising. You guys sit in the hills there and take attrition. That is fine. Would like to go and stat wipe some of these smaller units, but I can't actually get into them, which is the thing that's really annoying. Can we actually get in there? Actually, Castile are going to go in there and do that for me. Fantastic, Castile. Invest in a new idea. We could probably do that. We're well ahead of time on tech. Let's go ahead and get manpower recovery speed. That's going to help. Unfortunately, the only problem with what Castile have just done here is they've just given the French army a reason to come up here. That I do not like. I am going to break this siege. Apparently I'm not going to break this siege because the land movement is blocked by a hostile fort. I'd love to be able to come and help you, Castile, because even though you're just across the way... Castile's winning this fight, I think. Castile's actually winning with, like, 3-to-1 troop ratio. I don't know what you're doing, Castile, but keep doing it. You're going to have a little bit of a problem at the moment because they're about to come in and reinforce, and I'd absolutely love for this... I mean, I could try and assault here, but the problem is if I assault, I'm just going to have no units left, or no morale left, and then it seems a little bit pointless trying to come and help you. But I think Castile might lose now because the French have just reinforced, and if I could have got down to them, if I could have actually got some troops in there... Brittany, will you give me military access? Still seems very risky. Right, Brittany have given me military access, so I could technically go in that way around, but I'm at 21% here, and I kind of want to sit and just let this finish. Because if this finishes, I can jump on them anyway. It is a risky thing to do. We do have a lot of money in the bank right now, though, because we have just managed to grab a load of... Well, we've just managed to get a loan. So let's go ahead and get some more troops. Again, it's going to cost us huge amounts of money, but it'll be so worth it if we can actually get a personal union over France. We can actually deal with the debt to get the personal union, so I don't mind too much about that. 21%, the walls are breached. I could assault, but assaulting seems like it would just end up in... I know what will happen. There's a massive French army next to me. I'll assault. I'll lose the assault. I'll have no morale left. The French army will just come in and wipe the floor with me. That's exactly what will happen if I try and do this. So I'm going to build up all these mercenaries. I see the French are blockading me there. Let's go ahead and unmothball the heavies, even though that's going to be terribly expensive. You've only got... Well, you've got a couple of heavies, but the rest of them are lights, and you've got a galley in there and a few transports. So we'll definitely think about getting rid of those guys. You look like you're moving out. I'm not sure where you're heading and why, but you look like you're moving out. Now, we're actually getting minus 12% war score. I don't know whether it's just a ticking war score from Paris. We've won the siege of Anjou, which is brilliant. Now, the question is, if I leave Anjou... Actually, let's not even find out. Let's just split these armies up this way around. I'm going to be very, very careful and make sure that French army doesn't come back. It's still important that we take Paris. Why are we losing so much ticking war score? Minus 6.4 from that. And of course our allies are losing a lot of battles for us, which isn't helping matters. Now you guys are trying to siege out there, which is fine. We've got those ships there, which I think we can deal with, but I'm only going to try and deal with it if our ships are in a decent state. You're set to go home at war, which probably don't want to have on, because that's why we're losing so much money. But we'll see what happens with that. Right, you are coming back, as I expected. So let's go and put you back into Anjou, because you've already broken your siege. We'll sit in Anjou and loot. And then if you do come over here, then I will try and throw these guys in to help. And at the same time, while I've still got money left, we're going to go and get another round of mercenaries here. Can you tell how paranoid I am about this? Can you tell how much I actually want to win this fight? It's going to be really, really difficult. Now, if the French want to send their army up in little bitty bite-sized pieces, I'm down with that. I actually have no problem with that military tactic, France. We've taken another loan. Let's get these guys all down here into Maine. Let me just pause up again, because I really want to keep my eye on where all these units are going. What are our ships up to? 45%. Not quite as strong as I want them to be. If I can deal with the French army, bear in mind we've got the Venetian army as well, but if I can deal with some of these armies, then at least we've got a possibility of getting our trade fleet back out and making us some more money. Venice are... Well, Castile are fighting Venice. Hopefully Castile are going to have some luck like they did last time. Come on, we've got to take Paris soon. We're 35% now. It's actually taking ages for these to tick. Obviously, these guys are trying to collate a bit of an army together. And this is something that I find very worrying. But I'd sooner them attack me. At the minute, I've got a little bit of a defensive line, which is good. Because that means they've got to attack into me. And if they attack into me, that really helps. So we've got that province. I don't really want to leave it, though. Because I think at the moment they're in a good position. You guys can group up there. Come on, 35%. We've got another tick here. Surely we've got to win this on this tick. Did we not win it? Oh, that was just the end of the month tick. It wasn't the siege tick. Okay, that's fine. Are they still in their other war, is the question? Or is that finished? They're only in the war with us now, which is a little bit of a pain. That makes life a little bit difficult. Hopefully Castile is still going to sort things out for us. Portugal, are you involved in this war? You've got a truce, of course you have. Okay, that's fine then. Don't suppose Austria are willing to come in. They love me now. Why won't you come in? For all the same reasons you wouldn't come in for before. That is a real shame. Right, where's this army going? It looks like this army's actually going up towards Paris. How are these ships doing? 55%, still not quite there. Right, you guys are heading up to Namur. Very happy for you. And you're heading into Paris, as expected. Right. Guys, get in there. Now, the French are going to throw all of their units in. I'm going to anticipate heavy losses and instantly get myself another round of mercenaries here. So the French have got quite an advantage at the moment because they were there first. Nobody appears to have any penalties. I've still got some more guys coming in. They've got a 2-2-2 leader because they're France. Of course they have. You guys get in. It does answer the question. We didn't lose Anjou. Castile are coming back with their army. Fantastic. Good job, boys. We're actually going to win this fight. And that's pretty much the entire French army here as well. I'm paused, which doesn't help out as much. Look at our lines. Solid lines there. Solid lines, guys. Come on, you're just ripping them apart now. This is going to be a very expensive war in terms of, in terms of, you know, monetary things. There's one of the Imperial reforms passed. Now, we do have a load of flipping peasants spawned up down here, which is a real pain in the hoop. I can't really go and deal with them at the moment. They'll just have to stay there. Ships, how are you doing? 75%. Can you take 2 heavies and 5 lights? Probably, but you'd be much more likely to do it if you're at full power. Let's go ahead and group these guys together. Let's go and... I don't want to risk splitting the army, because sometimes when you do that, you actually lose siege progress, and that's something that I really want to avoid. But let's get the rest of the mercenaries together. Of course, this is going to cost us huge amounts of money because of all the attrition we're getting from having everybody sat in here. With the French army defeated... let's just go ahead and... we have a lot of men, but we don't have a lot of morale. I was tempted to say, let's just go and hit the assault button. But it says only a maximum of 1,500 infantry will make an effective assault each day. And I don't really want to... See, we've actually had to take a loan. Yeah, peasants have taken control of Cornwall. That's good. I mean, I can't get anybody over there. As we've taken a loan, actually, let's go ahead and build all... Wow, can't even build all of us available mercenaries. Just leave them there. Just leave them there. They're not. They're fine. You're at 85%. I'm going to call that good enough. I'm going to bring you back. I'm also going to throw the lights in to try and get you guys dealt with. They're actually moving. We caught them with the lights, actually. And then the heavies all get in there in time. Yep, the heavies have got in, so that should be fine. So then we'll get some... Oh, we've won the Siege of Paris. Excellent. So let's go ahead and split this unit up. You're going to move there. You're going to move there. So now we're at 18% war score. We know we need 32 in order to actually be able to take Paris. Castile are sieging Poitou. The French are off somewhere licking their wounds. Won a couple of battles there. Let's go and detach a siege from you guys and move you into Berry. Don't know where the French army are, so I really have to keep my eye open for them. We should win that naval battle. Are there any naval battles going on down here that we need to worry about? No, I don't think that there are. So what we could do is split you guys in half. I'm going to take half of you back to Co, and we're going to get you across and deal with these peasants. So we're going to take the lights. We didn't lose any. We actually gained a transport, actually. So that transport can come over here. We will take the lights, and you guys are going to go back to protecting trade in the English Channel. You should be safe up there now. That'll get us some extra money coming in, hopefully. Again, still not too sure where the French are. Got to keep my eye on them because we don't want them to suddenly come back and take a bite out of us. So we've got these guys over here. Let's go ahead and group you together. We will group up the transports. We'll bring you guys across. We'll only get 10 of them across, but that's fine. So you guys are going to attach. We will get you guys across to Kent. The rest of you, we are going to move down and put you in Poitou, just in case the Castilians decide to break their siege. Because they do have a habit of doing that, which is damn annoying. Can I assign you a leader? If I can, I probably should, even if it's the crap guy. Champagne is now ours. Fantastic. Let's move you down. Right, you can't get down there, which is a pain. So let's put you in Orléans so you have a chance of being able to reinforce. In fact, we'll try and get a lot of the guys just in a position where they're able to reinforce. We're at 20% now. Castile are making some progress down here in the south as well, which is absolutely amazing. Current heir will die, and we'll gain a free temple. Or the current heir will... Right, current heir will die, current heir will die. So either way, we die. So we can either get a free temple, or we can get a 441 heir. How old is our king? King is 53. Probably not going to live all that long. But having an heir... Having an heir is better than not having an heir, especially when our current ruler is our army general, and when he's 53 years old. There's a good chance that he might die soon. We don't want to end up with him being in. We don't want to end up being in a regency council if we can help it. We're actually doing very good here on the siege of France. Looks like France's army is now going down there. And this is the annoying thing. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's an annoying thing. This is the annoying thing with the new fort system, because often you want to go and help an ally, but you just cannot get units to them because you have to march around all the damn forts. I think though that is France's like entire army, and France have got the penalty because they are in the hills. And, I mean, Castile may win that on their own, but I tell you, if I can get down there and help them, and I will. Meantime, you guys are going to come down. You can't get to Bourbon, which is annoying. Really? You can't? I suppose you could... Okay, there's another loan. Massive amounts of money we're losing here. I think Castile are going to win that, but we are going to step in there and help them kick some arse anyway. Cornwall has come under the occupation of England. Fantastic. So let's get you guys back home. 21% was so close to... Well, we're not so close, but we're close enough. We've lost an advisor, which is our Diplo advisor. Morale of navies, trade efficiency. Yes, we'll take that one. Surely we've got to win this. Come on. With those numbers, and they've got the penalty. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's a bit more war score. I suppose we could get to Perigo, and then... Does that actually have a... No. Where are the forts here? Let's have a quick look. So, Poitou, Bern... I suppose it's Poitou. Once we've got Poitou, I suppose life will become a little bit easier. Though what's blocking Bourbon, though? I don't know why we can't get in there. Movement blocked by a hostile fort. Yeah, that's great, but which one? This one? Why are you stopping me from getting in here? Or is it Poitou? If I move into there first... Why can't I move into Bourbon? There's no hostile fort next to Bourbon. There's a hostile fort next to Berry, but that's being sieged. They've really made it difficult in this game to actually understand how sieging works. Well, not sieging. To understand how forts work. I mean, we understand the basic principles of it. Now, the only fort next to you is Poitou. We can't move into Limousin. Can move into Armagnac, I suppose. And that's only because I can move through my own territory. Okay, there's our truces ending from the previous war. We're at 26% war score. We'll just try and... We've got a fort. We've got the war goal. We've got some provinces. What we need to do now is try and actually get control of some provinces. Let's move some more men into Poitou, because at least that will increase the sort of chance and the speed of actually being able to win the sieges. Got to be careful, though. We do have some Savoyan troops in here. And the French army's still around somewhere. It's probably in Savoy licking its wounds. Oh, man, if we can actually just grab Poitou. Here's the French army. They're actually coming back. Where are you guys heading? You're heading to Bourbon, are you? Well, how about I come over here to Berry? And once we get into occupied territory... Oh, no, that's not going to be good. We're going to catch them when we don't have a leader. But we've already committed to the move. So that's bad. But we've grabbed Armenier. Castile are giving up their... No, you guys. Castile are giving up their siege on Poitou, which to be honest wasn't going all that well anyway, to go and throw down. So Castile are going to go and throw down in there. Hopefully they'll get there just in time to keep the morale up. I think they will. Go on. Are they committed? Yep, they've managed to get their units in. Now we're going in with another load of units as well. Let's get you guys back over, because every unit we have over here is going to help with this fight. I should be able to get there in time. We really do need to try and take Poitou, though. Or just get up to the right amount of war score. It wasn't that battle. I'm not sure which battle we just won, but it wasn't that one. It's very difficult to see at the moment. I can actually select this army. And this will be another decisive battle against France's army. 31%. How close is that? Let's go ahead and move our main army back over here. That was a good start. I don't suppose we can actually get anybody into these and do any stat wipes or anything, can we? No. 31%. Okay, just out of interest, because your war enthusiasm is low. What about if I wanted to... union with France? Wow, apparently it needs 60... Oh, of course it does. We need 60% war score. I was thinking that we just needed the... I was thinking about capturing Paris before. That was the 32%. So we actually need 60% war score. I think we can get that. We are going to have to fight a lot more. How are we doing in terms of loans? Because I know we've got a massive amount of debt. You can have up to 58 bank loans. We've already got 9 loans. So it's not terrible right now. We've got no manpower. We can invest in a new tech, but there's no point in doing that. I think we'll be okay. I think we just need to siege out a few more of these forts and do a bit more damage to France. In terms of their manpower now, they are pretty much out of manpower. I mean, so am I, but they're buying a lot of mercenaries. So we may well be able to do this. But this video has gone on long enough, so we are going to continue this next time. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.